I recently went on a shooting trip to Finland. We flew from London Gatwick to Helsinki, and then we drove 5 hours to a city on the west coast of Finland called Vasa. A week before our trip, Vasa actually hit minus 30 degrees Celsius. So that's the kind of cold that we were expecting, and that's the kind of cold that I packed for. However, when we did arrive, it had warmed up to a lovely tropical -5 to -10, which is still intensely cold, especially if you're shooting outside all day. Now, I don't want to take away anything from you Canadians that are watching these videos because I know you guys get it really bad as well. I also did some shooting in Iceland last year, which got to like -16 degrees Celsius, which is just so intensely cold. I thought this video could be quite useful for those that are maybe booking a trip somewhere really cold for photography or videography. So this video is going to be all about shooting in the cold. I'm going to be sharing with you some advice on maybe what to bring in your camera bag, what clothing I wore, and just general things to maybe look out for if you've never shot in the cold before. I have made a POV photography video that I shot in Finland, so if you are interested in what it's like shooting in the snow, then definitely check that video out. Here's a card, and you can also check the pinned comment below. So what is the one piece of equipment that I would absolutely recommend to you? Well, it's this. This is a hand warmer. Now stick with me, let me tell you exactly why this is so important to take with you. Not only will this keep your hands warm, but when it gets really, really cold, your camera batteries actually start to drain very quickly. So what I do is I put this on the lowest setting, and then it goes in with my batteries wherever they are in my camera bag, and it just keeps them at a normal temperature. This is going to make your batteries last so much longer. Now, you don't want to just have this on its highest setting because heat and batteries don't mix very well. The key is you just want to keep your batteries at a normal temperature. This has got to be one of the best life hacks for shooting in the snow because a dead battery that you thought was full is just never a good thing. Another really useful thing to bring with you is a tea towel or a dish towel, just like a small towel. If you don't have space for this in your camera bag, then I'd recommend just leaving it in the car. There were some cases where I was up to my knees in the snow and my camera bag, my tripod, lens caps, and just some camera equipment gets snow or ice on them. That's just what happens. Not a big issue until you're all finished, you put the camera bag in the back of the car, turn the heating on full whack to warm up, then you get to wherever you need to go, and you realize the back seats are completely drenched, and in some cases, your camera bag is also wet on the inside. So when you're done, before you put the camera bag in the car, wipe it down with the towel, wipe down your equipment that's in the bag with the towel as well. Just make sure everything's nice and dry before you head off. Even if you don't think there's any snow on it, it's worth checking. You just want to make sure everything is snow-free and water-free. A lot of the viewers that watch this channel are not subscribed. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you all so much. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Links in the description. Let's quickly talk about clothing. You are going to want to invest in some really nice high-quality boots. These are from a brand called Columbia. They're really, really good. I've not had any blisters, I've not had wet feet or anything like that. They're just an all-round really good pair of boots. There's nothing worse than when you're out in the snow and you've got wet feet and it's cold. It's just awful. So just trust me, it's worth spending some money on some good boots. Gloves are a really good one to mention. The gloves that I use are designed specifically for photography. The index finger and the thumb have fold-over tips which are held by magnets. It is so handy. It means if you use the camera, you can just flip your fingertips over and you're good to go. Also, when wearing the gloves, you can still use your phone, you can still use the touch screen on the camera. If you really don't want to get your fingers out, if it's really, really cold, then you have that option as well. The gloves also attach to each other, which is great. So if you want to remove one for whatever reason, you can just attach it to the other one and you're not going to lose it. When you're on a walk, there's nothing more sad than just seeing a glove on the floor and you just think, someone's missing a glove. And obviously you want to bring your classic winter clothing, like your jackets, your thermals, all that kind of stuff. In terms of actually shooting in the snow, here are some tips. Take advantage of slow motion. A lot of you might have a camera that can shoot slow motion but doesn't have a fan, which results in it overheating. Well, in the cold, you can shoot a lot longer in slow motion. It's just something to bear in mind. Make sure you're shooting raw. Now, when you're shooting in the snow, everything looks really blown out. It can be really tricky to expose correctly in the snow. If you're shooting raw and your exposure is a little bit off, then in post you can bring back some of those details, when if you're shooting JPEG, you might not be able to. Make sure you always have a lens cloth. You'll probably find when you take your lens cap off, your lens is going to be really foggy because of the difference in temperature from your camera bag to the outside. So it's just really good to have a lens cloth on you so you can just wipe away the fog. do not use your clothes. Just have a lens cloth on you at all times. I really hope that was helpful. If you have any tips for shooting in the snow that I didn't mention today, then make sure you put them in the comments below. I hope you found this video useful. I hope you found it enjoyable. Have a great rest of your day or evening, and I'll see you in the next video.